Alright y'all, so I made a video entirely dedicated to application only. So before y'all come for me, my phone did end up dying, so I did miss the last bit of the nails. I think it was either 1 or 2 nails on the second hand, but other than that, I definitely did get a lot of good footage for y'all. I'm not always a 1 bead, 2 bead, or 3 bead girly. I'm definitely going to use as many beads as I need to make the nail look flawless and have the proper shape and apex. You will occasionally see me not apply product to the sides, and that's only because that part is what I'm going to end up filing off regardless. But then sometimes you will actually see me go back in and make sure that I have the gaps filled in on the side, because the camera can't really see what I see as far as what I know I'm gonna file off and what I'm not gonna file off. So here you see me pressing my sides, just getting my nail into the shape that I want it to be. That way when it comes to hand filing and shaping, I don't have that much work to do other than just making it crisp. I always place my cuticle bead a tad bit under the cuticle and I walk it up. That way I avoid flooding, but I still get a nice cuticle seal to prevent lifting. You'll also see me go in with my brush around the cuticle to make sure it's clean. And then after that, I'm going to apply another bead to the side wall and then clean that up as well. Here we are to the next finger, and we're gonna do it all over again. This nail I might do differently than the first one, just like I do all 10 of my fingers. I usually do most of them a certain way just because it feels good. So whenever you're doing nails, whatever feels good is how it's gonna come out best. I wouldn't say force yourself to do nails any certain type of way, because that messes with your learning experience, in my opinion. So again, you're gonna see me pat the sides, pat the top, and pat the free edge, just so I can be sure to have a good foundation. And on to the pointer finger, you're going to see me place my first bead where the natural nail and the tip meet. At the very top of the bead, I'm going to flatten it out, so by the time I add the bead on top of that, which would be my cuticle bead, it's not going to be elevated, it will be flat. And I'm lightly feathering my bead down, making sure I pay attention to the sides and keeping them in shape. So my second bead is going to go right under the cuticle, and I'm going to push up to place my product where it needs to be to avoid flooding. And again, I'm going to be cleaning my sides and cleaning my cuticle area. So here goes another cuticle bead. When I place this one, I'm making sure I'm walking the acrylic all the way up to where it needs to be. And you can see me placing it right there. So as I'm placing this first bead, I ended up realizing that I didn't make a big enough bead to go all the way down without having any patchy areas or missing spots, as you can see in the lower corner. So I'm going to show you how I fix that. So we go in with another bead, a much larger one. It's still not going to reach all the way down, but I'm going to make sure I have the rest of my nail done first. Same routine, cuticle cleaning, cuticle cleaning. So by the time I go in to fill in the patchiness at the bottom, the rest of my nail is good to go, and all I have to do is blend in the bead from the bottom to the top instead of top to bottom. So even though the beads previous have covered up majority of the patchiness, I still go in with another bead and I do a reverse blending method. And basically I keep doing that until I feel the entire nail is even. And here we go. So this is the next hand. The pinky was already done, and I'm starting my bead a little bit higher than I normally do on this finger. Why? I don't know. Sometimes I just go with the flow and what feels good. So I believe this is the last full finger that I got on camera. The next finger is probably half of the process, but I would say that I tried my best to get really good angles for you guys. That way you can see how I do my application. I do wish I got this entire full set on camera. That way I can make a longer video for you guys and more in depth. But as far as the application, I feel like I did pretty good. Hopefully I helped somebody out there get a little bit of better understanding of application and cuticle beads, or just having more confidence in not having to be a 1 bead or a 2 bead girly. So hopefully I get some subscribers. If you stay to the end, let me know in the comments by leaving a yellow heart. I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on my social medias that I have listed in the description, and I hope you guys have a great day.